Hello everyone, I am Akash and you are watching the channel Physics Cafe. The channel where you can feel the physics, you can imagine the physics. So if you have not subscribed yet, just subscribe my channel so that you will get the videos related to science as well as related to physics. In between the curriculum of our physics, I am going to upload the videos which gives wonders. We can see that these will be the wonders of science. Okay, so anyway, we will start with today's topic, and today's topic is very important for the 11th class, for the basics, or for the student who has not known about the basics of motions, basics of basically angular motion, not linear, angular motion. So today we are going to cover these points. So the points which we have to cover in today's class, I am going to write over here. So first point is introduction about the circular motion. Second one, angular displacement. Third one, angular velocity. And last one, what is the relation between the linear velocity that we know, which is denoted by v, and angular velocity. So without wasting our time, let's start with our first point, circular motion. So I think everyone knows about the circular motion. I think everyone heard that word, at least, circular motion. The motion in which the path followed by the particular particle is circular, we can call it as circular motion. In that circular motion, there are subparts like uniform motion, uniform circular motion, non-uniform circular motion. So these things are different. But if I ask like that, what is circular motion? You have to say like that, the motion in which the particle of that particular body or particular motion which are present in that motion follows the circular path. Okay, so this is about the circular motion. Now let us consider our fan, the fan. Okay, and if you have placed, or if you consider any small particle which is present on the fan, and if you switch on the fan, what happens? It follows the path in circular motion. Am I right? The path in circular motion. So that means the body or the particle which is present in that particular fan, we can say that it is have a circular motion. Now let us start what is meant by uniform circular motion. I will discuss over here. If any doubt, you can ask me in comment section. So let us start with the uniform circular motion. First point, uniform circular motion. So just most of the students get confused in between speed and velocity. So I would like to clear one thing. The speed is a scalar quantity and the velocity is a vector quantity. What is scalar and what is vector? I will explain, no worries. The quantities or the physical quantities in which is dependent on only magnitude, that means only value, then we can call this quantity as scalar quantity. And the quantity which requires magnitude as well as direction for the complete introduction about that quantity, we can call it as vector quantity. As simple as that. No need to confuse. Scalar means magnitude, vector means magnitude plus direction. Scalar means magnitude and vector means magnitude plus direction. So this is the very basic thing about scalar and vector. So we are discussing the uniform circular motion. Just keep in your mind, in uniform circular motion, we have speed constant. What? Speed constant. The velocity is not constant, because if you consider that circular motion, uniform circular motion, if you consider this point, suppose this is A, B, C, D, each and every point, the velocity is changing its direction. Each and every point, the velocity is changing its direction, so that, and we know velocity is the vector quantity, so that it changes its direction, so it means it is not constant. So this is the basic things about uniform circular motion. You have a constant speed but not constant velocity. Don't confuse in that. Okay, so this is basic introduction about the circular motion, or you can say that uniform circular motion. Now let us discuss our main point, angular displacement. So I think everybody knows what is meant by linear displacement. Suppose I am standing over here and I want to go a straight line. मला सरळ जायचं आहे. So what I will do? I will just go like that. That means I am displacing my path, or I am displacing my position. I am changing my position. So what does it mean? It means that displacement. If there is a change in position, we can call this condition as a displacement. So now again, what is meant by distance then? Okay, I will explain. So distance and displacement, if you ask me like that, what is distance and what is displacement? I would like to give one simple example. Suppose you are at position A. You are at position A and your school is at position B. Your school is at position B. And suppose if you are going like that, and if you are going like that, A to B, and if you are coming again from B to A, so in that case, distance, and suppose this is 2 meter and this is your returning path and this is 2 meter. So that distance is equals to 2 plus 2 is equals to 4 meter. And what about the displacement? Displacement is equals to 0. Why displacement is equals to 0? Because here, if you are returning, then your initial position and your final position will be same. So if your initial position and final position will be same, then we can call it as the displacement is 0. You are coming in that particular position from where you starts. तुम्ही जिथून start केलंय तिथे तुम्ही परत येताय. That means the displacement is 0. But in that case, no, distance is not 0. Distance is actual path covered by the particular body. So I hope this concept is also clear to you. Distance and displacement. Displacement here up to this point, before starting the angular displacement, we have generally discussed the displacement, because velocity is equal to what? Displacement upon time, right? So this is the displacement, linear displacement. Now we are discussing the angular displacement. So you have to see over here, this one. That means the change in angular position. This is the change in angular position. So we can call it as this thing as angular displacement. तिथे change झालाय. Change झालाय म्हणजे काय? Angular displacement आली आहे. Okay. So this is A dash. This is the angular displacement. So no need to confuse in that particular things. I'm just delivering you the concepts, or delivering you the basic things, not concepts. You can say it's a basic thing. A dash, right? This is the angular displacement. That means change in angular position. We can call it as angular displacement. So now what is the unit of that angular displacement? The unit of that angular displacement is theta. Sorry, it's not theta. mostly it is, we can convert it into theta, but mostly it is expressed in radian. Okay, so don't confuse radian. So what is the conversion then, sir? So the conversion is like that. 1 degree is equals to pi by 180 radian. 1 degree is equals to pi by 180 radian. Suppose if you are taking the 90 degree. So 90 degree means was 90 into pi by 180. So that means pi by 2. I think in most of these conditions in trigonometry, we are using these things, right? Sin pi by 2, cos pi by 2. Okay, so most of these students are familiar to that particular thing. But just see that conversion thing. 1 degree is equals to pi by 180 radian. And if I ask you radian to degree, then you can say that 180 upon pi. Degree to radian, pi by 180. I hope there will not be any doubt regarding the particular things. Anyway, this is about the angular displacement. Same like displacement, but the displacement will be in angular. That means change in angular position. Okay. Now discuss the velocity. Velocity म्हणजे काय? Generally velocity म्हणजे काय? Angle, displacement upon time. But here in the circular motion, that means the path followed is circular, then what? Angular velocity is nothing but the rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time, you can say, or rate of change of angular displacement is called as angular velocity, and it is denoted by omega. So आपल्या शेवटच्या श्वासापर्यंत एक लक्षात ठेवायचं, अँग्युलर व्हेलॉसिटीचा सिम्बॉल हा ओमेगाच असणार आहे. ठीक आहे. सो जनरली एक्सेप्टेड सिम्बॉल इज ओमेगा. Anyway, so omega is equals to what? I already explained over here, d theta upon dt, change of angular displacement. Here we are displaced angular. D theta means what? Why we are using the d? It's a change, or we are considering it a small change. For the sake of consideration, we are just considering it a small change. So omega is equal to d theta upon dt. So the unit is very simple. Theta will be in radian and time will be in seconds. So radian per second is the unit of that angular velocity, and it is denoted by omega. Don't confuse. I am repeating, it is denoted by omega. Okay. So this is about the angular velocity. So you know the terms which we are using in linear things, these are the analogous to that angular thing. So I think there is no any chance of confusing. कहीं confuse होने की गरज नहीं है, कुछ भी confuse होने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, क्योंकि क्या है जो linear में हम लोग जो यूज करते हैं वो उसका सिर्फ analogous terms आता है. जो इक्वेशंस ऑफ मोशन है हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे बाद में, वो भी हम लोग एंगुलर के टर्म में भी यूज करते हैं. ठीक है. तो हम लोग एक के बाद में हम लोग जो वीडियो अपलोड करेंगे उसमें हम लोग सब डिस्कस करेंगे. एनीवे, सो नाउ आई होप द एंगुलर वेलोसिटी टर्म इज क्लियर टू यू. ओके. सो देयर आर टू डिफरेंट टर्म्स ऑल्सो. सो एवरेज वेलोसिटी एंड इंस्टेंटेनियस वेलोसिटी. So the average velocity, in that average velocity, you have to know the specified path. And for the instantaneous velocity, the velocity at particular point, if you are obtaining the velocity at particular point, then you can say that this is the instantaneous velocity at that instant. So that it's the instantaneous. Okay, so these things also we are going to discuss. We will solve the numerical based on that instantaneous velocity and average velocity. But here I am covering the basic things which we have, which we need to know before starting the numerical. So angular velocity. Okay, so then we will discuss the relation between the linear velocity and angular velocity. Here linear velocity is represented by v and angular velocity is represented by omega. Okay, so how to find out? Just stay tuned over here. Anyway, what is the change? Suppose if we are considering the small change, can I write, first of all, we know that velocity is equals to displacement upon time. Displacement upon time, these things we have to know. Here for a small change we can consider it as very small. That means we can consider it as linear, like very small, very small, very small. So A dash. So for small change, I need to write the d theta over here because it's small. So that I'm just writing the d theta. So A dash. A dash is the small displacement. So I'm just writing the A dash upon time. Okay. So this is about the linear velocity. Now, what is meant by theta, angular displacement? Can I write theta is equal to arc upon radius? So arc upon radius. So arc means what? A dash upon radius. R. This is R. This is also R. So theta. What is A dash R? A dash is equals to R dot theta. I can write R into theta. I can write. So I'm just putting over here R into theta. So for a small change, I'm just writing the d theta upon dt, because here the radius is not going to change. Please grasp, please just try to recall. Radius is not going to change. So radius I am remaining constant, d theta upon dt. And what is d theta upon dt here? And here v. So v is equals to r omega. This is the proof of relationship between the linear velocity and angular velocity. Right? So this is very simple. No need to confuse. V is equals to r omega. And you know, this equation you are going to use in most of the time. Most of the times you are going to use in the particular numericals. Okay. So these things you have to know compulsory. These things. So this is the very basic relation in the linear velocity and angular velocity. Clear? So now let's discuss what is the direction of that angular velocity, or what is the direction of that velocity in circular motion. So suppose if the motion is clockwise, you know, it is, the axis is like that. This is the axis. This is also axis. So this is axis in which, in that axis, the wheel or any particle is taking its circular motion. So it is a circular motion. So in that case, what you are going to do? You have to just find out what is the direction of that angular velocity. Then you have to see the direction of that motion. So if the direction is like that, just thumb indicates the direction of that angular velocity. So motion is like that, angular velocity will be in the plane, inside the plane. So inside the plane, that's the velocity ashnar. So same here, suppose the velocity is there, so outside, so motion is there, so velocity is outside the plane. Clear? So this is the basic things you have to know about the direction of that angular velocity. So I hope whatever the things I discussed, मी ज्या गोष्टी सांगितल्या त्या तुम्हाला नीट समजल्या असतील. ठीक आहे? एकदा ज्यांना कोणाला स्क्रीनशॉट हवाय त्यांनी स्क्रीनशॉट काढून घ्या. But this is very simple things, and this is the things which you have to know before starting the important chapters in our physics. So the basic things, once your basic is clear, no one can stop you to love the subject physics. So try to clear the basic things first of all. Don't by heart anything. Okay. So if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Don't forget to share my channel. So thank you so much. Goodbye.